We're gonna speak normal. Okay, let's do a camera bump.
Okay, but don't break it.
Potato versus
Potato.
Canon.
Yeah, and then we met yesterday.
Yes.
Met you. We did a workshop here in Vienna. We are very now in
Munich.
no,
Munich. Yeah, we are in Munich.
Germany.
We're in Germany. Yeah.
And and then you messaged me, hey, I can help you with videos. And then yesterday I was mind blown with the videos you did. We spoke a little bit, and we had some really interesting conversation. I was like, we should do a podcast before I leave.
Yes.
No phones. And then I entered the studio, and then is like, oh, actually, my friend knows you. He bought your preset.
Yes,
we watched
yes.
the course together.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yes.
And it was beautiful because I entered, and it's like first thing first. It's like, oh, it's really nice to see you in real life.
In real life, yes.
There's this
yes.
weird effect, right?
Yeah, because when you watch all the time, like over the year, I watched you on Instagram.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, Sam is gonna come into our studio. And I'm like, oh my God, I have his presets and everything. And Patrizio, yeah, he's gonna come. And I was really like excited like to see you in person, because every time I look all your short terms videos, and now I see you in live and I'm doing podcast with you. So it's amazing.
Yeah, and also how the whole combination, because he was like, hey, I bought this
Course,
course,
yeah.
yeah.
I bought his course. Do you know who this guy is? And he
Yes.
was like, oh yeah, I know. I have his preset actually.
Yeah, because I'm using like for half year now your presets, golden presets. And yeah, I was also see you on Instagram, so that's why I was thinking like, okay, let's try these presets. Why not? And now when I buy it, I use only this for my wedding presets. So.
Why?
Because I tried everything, and in all presets, it's you cannot use for the whole gallery. You start it, and then you need to correct every situation. I don't know. And with your preset, I was like, say, okay, I'm gonna test it right now on whole gallery, and I was like, okay, this is pretty similar in every situation. If I'm inside, like with a couple, doing preparation shots, and if I'm outside. I just need to tweak some small stuff, and everything looks like the same and consistent. Yes.
Yeah.
And I was really searching for this consistency, because I want like when my
You want to build a brand.
yes.
Yeah. So now it's your branding.
Yes. And it's like, of course, it's not like one-on-one your preset. I also tweaked my little bit style, how you said, and people really like it. It's like. I always say is the couples, you don't want to look in 10 years like only orange in your photos. You want to look like from now in 10 years, you want
timeless.
Timeless. Yeah. And this is like how I create, like looks natural, but have a style. And when you see the whole gallery, you see like all the consistency in the photos.
Yeah. And you said also it's with like it's not a depressing preset, right?
Yes.
Europe is very depressing. Like now it's rainy outside.
Yes,
maybe?
yes, yeah. In Germany it's always raining,
It's
so
always gray here.
yes.
And then the moody presets from this, like I used to buy those summer presets from the presets from places in summer, but then they remove the greens out. And
Yes,
really moody.
yes.
And you said that your clients didn't like that as well.
Yes, because I was really testing. I bought, I don't know how many presets. I have really big collections.
Yeah? Like, did you spend more than 1,000?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think
Couple of hundreds
for sure.
Well, together.
Yeah,
we for sure make over 1,000.
Yes, over 1,000.
I think
presets.
myself, I only over 1,000 as well.
Yeah.
I tested
Yes.
everything.
Wow.
Because you're searching. You search.
Obsession, right?
Yes. Because you want to see. Oh, this looks really good, and then you try on your photos, and you're like, what's happened? Like on the website, it's the different.
Yeah.
And then you try on your galleries. I tried also some wedding presets. It was everything orange and no colors. And I was also tweaking, but I was using so much time to tweak this stuff all the time on every new gallery. And I just quit it. And I was all the time was searching. I can also make my own preset, but it's like for me, it's like I want to have a good start and then do it because you don't have so much time in this world. Like you need to do private stuff, you need to do editing, you need to do everything alone. And of course, if I learn some, for me, like to consistently, I can give it also to my colleagues that they can edit it or something.
But I tried that, making your own presets. I mean, I have a long history with it. And then one evening, you work the whole evening on a new preset. You think it's the best thing ever.
Yes.
And the next
yes.
So you don't just waste one evening. You waste like a whole month of evenings where you think it's amazing.
You always have to look with fresh eyes on it, because when you are into the edit like for 5 hours, everything looks great. And the next day you come in and say, "Oh fuck, what did I do there?"
Yeah, and that's the stuff. We was using one preset, also
green.
And it's really good, but all the time it's like more brown in skin tones and everything. And I was trying to tweaks, and then I put on another picture. It's the different, and all the time I was struggling to make the same look. Yeah, cost me time and of course money, because because if you invest in editing like 6 hours, you miss the shot to meet new clients. So that's why you need to be consistently, and you need to know, okay, if I'm gonna sit now with the photos, I need to do efficiently, and that looks good. Of course, the quality is also. And when you get this, like, this is perfect then.
Also, a lot of times when you buy presets, you get like 70 or 100 from one creator, and then you're hyped and you buy them and you get them, and then you're overwhelmed because it's just too much. And then you want to try everything, and then you don't understand what is this preset now for. They have all creative names. You have no clue what.
Name,
and then I just fuck it. And then, I would say when you sell presets, you always should do it as easy as possible for the users, so they really understand what preset is for, and then they can actually also use it.
Yes.
And of course, then it's the creative way where you really want to build art and where you want to put more time for like maybe really cool experimental shots. Then you can go through this kind of presets.
Okay. Let's move on to the
presets is done.
I hate presets sometimes. Takes too much time, too much effort. Okay, but I found it actually, first of all, why we're speaking to you guys. You guys are doing quite good in photographer, videographer.
Yes.
You work together. There's a lot of interesting things we are going to speak about, actually.
Yes.
First of all, that you're working together, that's already special. And we are now in a studio with more. How many more? Two?
We
more?
are six people.
6 people, yes.
6 people. So mostly, we'll speak about it later, but mostly photographers on a fight, never want to talk to each other. Like, friends with enemies. But you guys are like friends and friends.
Yes.
That is one thing really special. And then both of you guys own a beautiful model of Tesla.
Yes.
Which for you is maybe not so big, but for most people it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then you guys are doing yesterday. Can I share numbers of what we said yesterday?
Yeah, of course.
We spoke about packages of 300, right? 300,000.
What exactly is 300,000?
Well, a package of video you
No, we are talking right now with 120k.
120k.
Yes, for one brand video, which will be maybe in Turkey, where we are like 5 filmmakers following them in Turkey and doing the whole experience there for 2 weeks.
120k.
Yes.
So 120 and then 3 times more zero and then euros.
Yes.
And excluding taxes also, or including taxes?
Excluding.
So the 19% VAT are coming on top of it, of course. So we always talking in netto
it's insane.
in the business world.
It's like a huge amount of money.
Yes.
But we also spoke about something with 300, I remember.
No, 300 was the equipment we have. We have like 300,000 worth of equipment with the cinema robots and high-tech cameras and cinema cameras. So that's a lot of stuff,
That's scary.
You
need insurance.
Yes.
So wow. Okay. Well, 120,000. That's insane.
Yes.
How does it work? Like, what did you sell and who did you sell it to and why?
The job comes from this guy here. So he's the networking master.
Yes. So I'm the guy that don't have a website. I'm the guy that have only Instagram and put some stuff on Instagram, and I found the jobs that makes money. So something it's different in this world because
background, your Croatian. which
Yes.
used to be quite a poor country, I think.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's first of all. But second of all, the people there, my best friend is Croatian,
Mhm.
and the people are amazing, so friendly. So I think
Yeah.
this is kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
Is
Yes,
this, is this why you're the networker?
Yeah, maybe because I was trying to do like, but I know when I met the people, I'm just me, like you say,
Yeah.
we Croatians, we are like, if I met you, I like you, like I don't care about nothing. Now I met you or you came to our studio or my home. I'm gonna put you everything from my refrigerator. You need to eat, you need to have food, drink, we don't want that people are our guests and they're feeling like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So we are like open people,
Yeah.
and
Authentic,
Feel
real.
like you're home. Yeah.
yes.
And I mean, you're a networker because you reached out to me
yes,
in the
yes,
beginning,
yes, yes.
over Facebook, and said, "Hey, let's meet." So
Yes, because I was on the beginning. I was searching when I started photography. I was searching people like, let's connect, let's do something together, because it's really boring to do everything by yourself. And I contact, I think, 10 photographers, videographers, and nobody reacted. Everybody say just don't care and this like stuff. And then one time I contact him and he's like, oh yeah, why not? That sounds cool. And I'm like, oh my god, that guy exists. And he forgot to answer message me back like for 1 month. And then he's like, oh, you want to come by on my studio? I'm like, okay, let's do this. And then he was doing had a small studio.
yeah, the first room was
First
just
room, yeah.
30 square meters, actually one floor above.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
we did. I say, okay, why not? I'm gonna come. And he had 1DX Mark II, like from Canon, and I was watching Peter McKinnon. I was like, oh my god, you have this camera. And yeah, then we started talking, and after I didn't think 1 week, you tell me, hey, we shoot some commercial if you want to come by, and then we start to do stuff together, and now we are here.
Fascinating. And why is he the networker of the whole agency?
Because he went to
Events.
all kinds of events, networking, business events, and also he actually paid money to go to events. So it's called like pay-to-play strategy. So you pay, so you can play with business, and you learn other people there who also paid money for that event. So actually, it's more valuable because there's a commitment from the people and they're actually serious with business. So sometimes it's good to invest in networking to learn people who you can make business with, or just.
But you need to have a different mindset, because when I came to the events, I don't look, oh, he has my money, he's for my client. I just ask, hey, what you doing? And we are just talking to each other. I'm not like, I'm doing the best photos. Look at here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm photographer. I do this and that, and that's it. I'm not like you need to buy something. And in 90% everywhere I came, I get a client. But I didn't came like authentic,
not like forced sales.
Yeah,
we hate sales.
For sure. But it sounds so inauthentic, right? When you're like,
yes.
My presets are good. Did you buy my preset already?
No, I didn't.
Do you have
I'm a videographer. Do you have lots?
It's the trust thing now. It's like, because I think it's like, because we feel he's biased. He has his own interests. He has values differently than me. He tries, he's here for himself more. Like,
I know what you mean. Yeah, because the people thinking that everybody need to buy my product. You're not for everyone, and this
is a abundance mindset.
Yes.
And this is the magic, where the magic happens.
Yes, because of course, if you I don't know, like if I meet the client, he do the I don't know, stuff like e-commerce. I know I cannot do this, so I'm selling to him. You know, I say, okay, I have a colleague. I say to him, and that's it. Like I don't need to have this everybody clients, because if I do e-commerce, they don't gonna like it because I am not professional. So why I'm doing that? I give him, maybe we work together. I help him. I make some money, and that's it. Like, and our mindset, you cannot do everything perfect. Because we are not. You cannot be professional in every.
Yeah, if you want to go high level, high quality.
Yes.
Then you know what I used to do? during jobs, I got a lot of like, or not a lot, I got some people who were like, hey, we're actually looking for a photographer as well. Like, what kind of photos do you make? Yeah, I make this. Would you could you help us? And I'm like, oof, I have too much work, actually. I'm not sure if I can. Because it was real. I was overwhelmed with everything. But every time I was like kind of turning them off, or I was like, I'm not sure.
Bad.
No, they were like,
we want you.
Okay.
Really?
But
Are you so
do you feel
busy?
bad when you also have to say no to a client?
Do you know, I never really say no.
Yeah, okay.
I only say no when I see red flags. When I see like, okay, he's not my mindset.
Yes.
But my way of like, if it looks like, you know, some photographers would say like, oh, he looks like it's gonna be a lot of work to work with him. Yes, maybe you're true. But then I just raise the prices. Like I calculate more things into the photo shoot. And, you know, so sometimes I'm like, something needs to be interesting for me every photo shoot. Like, or it's networking, or it's a job, or it's portfolio, or it's something like that. And sometimes it's just money. If I don't want to do it, if I did it 100 times and it's not interesting for me, then my way of saying no is, it just costs more. It just costs. This is what it costs. Like, I don't tell them what usually I charge. It's like dynamic a little bit, but yeah, it just costs. And if they say yes, then I'm excited to go to this job because I'm excited that I'm getting this amount of money. This maybe new.
News. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but this is this abundance mindset a little bit when you got too much things and it's really interesting.
Yes, and
it's or you have nothing or you have too much.
Yes, that's true. Last year we had lots of to do, and then I was thinking like, you will like your job, but on one point you get like, you need to finish video, okay? You send to clients, he get feedback, you get new clients, you get new feedbacks, and then you're like making, also you had another job, so you need to finish this, but you have these clients that they have feedback, of course. So you don't think like, I need to charge this, because you're thinking like, yeah, why not? I'm gonna come over there like for 6 hours doing my video stuff and that's it, like I get my money. No, you need to prepare equipment. Do you have everything? Do you need to rent something? Do you need to do research how to do this?
Yeah.
So you shoot over there. Clients, of course, they have another vision. So maybe they're going to have, we need to change this. We want to change this. So this talking with the clients, it's also in the price. So because when you talk with the clients, you lose your 1 hour of your...
That's when you can do that. Because most photographers cannot do that.
Of course, yes.
So it's not good advice for beginner photographers, but it's good advice for people who already have enough and who want to raise the prices.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's
but
true.
Tell me a little bit more about this, how you network and with who you network.
I don't have a really like I need to network with this and these people, because I learned in something in life, one person can change your life.
Yes.
So if you meet one person,
I like that.
One person that don't you're like, I meet you, you're like photographer, you're not interesting. I'm not gonna
your client.
You're not my client, I'm not gonna sell you. But you're gonna maybe say to someone else, and I'm gonna meet this perfect client, and you're like,
it's like you meet one person who has a network of clients fitting to him, but maybe he's not your client. But you never know. So you should always be polite to everyone, because you never know what's behind this person. Because Patrizio told me like
principles.
because Patrizio told me like we were starting in networking, and he told me nobody here it's interesting for me. I'm like, why are you thinking about this?
I have this as well.
Because
but you showed me.
I came to the room and I talk with people. Nobody is like interesting for your clients, and then after 1 week I get the calls like, hey, I know you from this event. My friend, you need the video. Yeah, no problem. Just send me. And this is like how I met lots of people. I was going doing. It was funny story. I was doing wedding, and I meet my perfect client. On the wedding, because I didn't have car on this time, and he brought me at home to Munich, and he asked me, what you do else like you do wedding, you do something else? I say, yeah, I do a business photography. I'm doing also business photography. And he told me like, yeah, perfect. We need next week, we're searching for photographers. We need next week's photo shoot. And then I met my perfect client.
And he's a retainer client, so he's every month there and making monthly money of it.
Yes.
Just to be on a wedding in a car.
You know, like lots of people came to the wedding and I'm photographer for the wedding and I don't talk with the people, I talk with everybody. So I don't care, you know, like people know people. When you know this mindset that everybody know your clients, you cannot not succeed, you know, like.
But you have two different mindsets then. One, you say speak to everyone, and the second is pay to play. Pay
That's
for
both,
events.
Both, yes. Because I pay to come to
network.
To network, yes.
Yeah. And
so
is that like what has been better for you?
Everything is working good, yeah. Everything. So I see like networking event, I know that, I don't know, this kind of type of people gonna be there. I'm gonna pay to come over there because it's like you pay in Instagram ads, you know, like, or Facebook, you pay like 400 euros to come somewhere. But I know if I'm meeting the people, someone gonna say yes to my photography or something else. I'm put my money back. Or these people know people, so you're gonna get your money back. If you don't invest, why will clients need to invest in you if you don't invest in yourself? So.
And that is also related to your mindset, right?
Yes.
Because you told me yesterday, like you're making videos. We were making videos together, and then suddenly, oh, by the way, I bought your course. And I was like, oh, what? You didn't tell me that. and that was the course that cost $500.
Yes.
And you, how it sounded from you, you didn't even think about it twice. You just bought it.
Yes. When I see something interesting about it, because I always want to learn more and see more. And when I just get one worthful information out of it, maybe I know everything because I invested in so much courses already.
How much?
Like over 20 for sure, 20K.
20K
for yes.
courses?
Courses. Then there are coachings, which are more expensive. So I'm over 30 or 40K already.
me either.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you need to invest always in yourself, and that's what actually brought me there where I am right now. Because before I was full-time in IT support and the 9-to-5 hell, and it was terrible, and I felt depressed in one time, and then I saw like one guy, Parker Warbeck, many filmmakers know him, had this ad running on Instagram. I saw it, and he talked about how you can be a filmmaker and live your dream life. And I bought it. I had no money, I just bought it. And actually, with this course, I made everything. After 6 months, I went. I was self-employed. Yeah,
that's amazing. And
then I learned how important it is to invest in something like that.
So this was the lesson.
That was the lesson.
So you were in hell, in a 9-to-5 hell.
Yes.
And then you bought a course with money you didn't have even.
Yes.
And then because of this course, you made so much more money that you were like, if this course made me so much money.
It's actually not even about the money. It's about the freedom.
But it all goes to
of course, to this
freedom,
direction.
I think
Of course, money buys freedom for sure.
Yeah.
But this was for me more important to decide. Okay, I love to sleep longer, and when I can decide, hey, I wake up at 10 and I start working at 11.
So funny story. When I met him. So when I met him,
my why? I like to sleep longer.
Yeah,
that's my why.
This is why I
because interesting story. When I met him, I was also like working as a chef, and I met him, and he was like doing videos. We never start before 8 p.m. and we finished at 6 a.m. and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so. He's like, you can go home. I just need to do one more shot. I'm like, are you crazy? Like,
I was shooting all night.
He was like all night, and then he told me like, like I work for myself, I can do this. I'm like, I need to go to the job every time and like on the same. And he's doing like all night like videos, and it was really funny to see what you can do if you work for yourself. And then
you have a good story with that. Do you want to tell it?
Yeah, of course. About
About the weddings, that you work a chef in weddings.
oh yes,
Right?
yeah.
And then suddenly you got a camera from your friends who sold you on buying a second camera.
yeah.
And then he told me, like, let's do it together. I'll make you a photographer. And then a few months later, you're on a wedding, shooting a wedding with
Yes.
your camera, and then making the same amount you made a whole month in one day.
Yes.
Plus, instead of like working harder, people tell you, "Oh, sit, eat
Yes,
something."
yes. So, like, take a break, and I'm like, oh my god, can I do that? And they're like, you want something? You just over there. You can drink, you can eat, whatever. I'm like, I can eat, like, yeah. It's interesting story. It's a really long story, but I can like sure. So. Friend of mine, he's also like mindset. I need to meet people, and he met this guy. He was working with him. He moved with us because he was staying in Germany only for 3 months, and then he moved to England. And he say, okay, I have equipment, $4,000 that was Lumix and with objectives. And he said, I want to sell this, And a friend of mine, he told me, just go buy a camera. Like, what? Why I want to buy this camera? He say, yeah, you don't care, like you save money. I'm like, yeah, but I don't need camera. And he's like, yeah, he said, if you don't buy it, I'm gonna buy it. I'm like, okay, just wait. And I was like making first photo of the glass, and I was like, yeah, this is like interesting. and the funny story is, I had like 1,300 euros on my bank account, and the camera was costing 1,000. I said to him, I have only 300 euros, and I need to live half a month. He say, you don't care, just buy it. I'm like, you know what? If I'm buying this camera, you're gonna start with wedding photography, and I'm gonna be a videographer. And
knowledge.
Yeah, and let's start this, and then we make money back. He say, yeah, why not? Let's do this. And then I say, okay, I'm buying this camera. I start YouTube, and now he's wedding photographer in Croatia. He do like 30 weddings in a year, and he's really like good in weddings, and he never do this. And now.
You should meet him, man.
What?
Is he in Zagreb?
Yes, in Zagreb. Yeah.
I'll meet him. I'll do it.
Yeah, I can give you. He's really interesting. He met him.
Yeah. He's really cool.
He is really cool, and
So he sold you a camera.
He sold me.
Upsold you on coaching.
No. He's friend of mine. He sold me like I buy the camera and I start the YouTubes and then we started with the weddings. So we do together weddings like for 3 years.
I mean, sorry, I said it wrong. He sold you a camera and he gave you coaching for free.
More or less,
yeah.
Or he just said, watch YouTube and learn everything yourself.
Yeah.
Well, that's still coaching.
No, because he told me like.
But the amount of trust you have in him, that's amazing.
No, because he, like I know him because I was,
for sure.
Yeah, I was breakdancer and I meet him over here, and because of him I moved to Germany, and because of him I started learn about videos and photography. And he was also photographer fashion, but I never was interested to buy a camera, and he told me like, this is perfect opportunity, you need to buy it. I'm like, but what I'm gonna do with this, And he told me, yeah, you don't care, just buy it, And I'm like, okay, let's try.
Yeah.
And then I saw, okay, this is interesting, let's try. And I can remember we was driving from Germany to Croatia just for the wedding that we make a portfolio. And I was like, oh my God, what I'm doing? Like, he say, you just don't care, just film everything and it's gonna be everything fine. But of course I was watching wedding courses and everything, so I was learning about this.
Were the clients happy?
Yes, they were really happy, and it was. I was watching this video like I don't know 1 month before, and it was really not so bad, Of course, but in your times you think like this is the worst video ever, but to tell the story, you see the couple happy and everything. So
it's about emotions.
About emotions, Like of course the quality is not 4K, this and that, color grading, but the experience, it was over there, and and this is like. If I said no to this, if I say no to buy the camera, invest in myself, I will be as a chef working 14 hours a day without family, without friends, and I never work for me, If I didn't get these decidings like Patrizio, I don't want to live like this. I want to do something different and invest in myself, because people say I don't have money, They have 2,000 euros and they say I don't have money. Because they don't want to invest in themselves, because they want to be somewhere, but they don't want to go harder way.
They don't want to pay the cost.
Yeah, pay
to
the
be there.
yes.
Mm.
That's the thing.
Pay the cost is money, but also time, energy,
Yes.
effort.
Because when I buy this camera, I like Lumix, and then I wanted to go to full frame. I don't have money because as a chef, you don't have so much. So I was working 16 days without break on Oktoberfest here in Munich as a chef to only all invest in one full frame camera that was Canon 5D Mark IV and in gimbal, because I knew it. If I do the weddings, I need to have a gimbal, you know.
Wait, I thought you do photos.
No, I was doing first videos.
No way.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Yes,
You're
yes,
a
yeah.
videographer who moved to photos.
Yes.
Why? I'm doing the opposite.
Because I started with videography, but I was really I had a better trained eye for the photography, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, the photos are amazing!" And Patrizio also is saying, "Why are you learning video? Just stay with photography."
Because
but of
you're
course,
in the wedding industry.
yeah.
The value of photos is more than the videos. That's
Yes,
the only
yes.
industry, I think, right?
Yes, maybe.
It depends in which country. I would say in USA, the wedding videos are more valued than photos.
Is that so?
Yes.
Yes,
That's the first thing I heard it, that they're looking first for a videographer because they really want this highlight video. So
I never heard that
Yeah.
before. Okay, that's interesting.
You learned
But here in
something.
Germany, it's more like, hey, we need photos, and then we ask, hey, do you also want a video? We never thought about that.
Yeah.
Then we show them, then they say, oh, this is actually pretty cool, and then
Yeah. But I heard
interested in
couples, they watch their video 2 times, 3 times, and then that's it.
then it was a bad video. No, joking. No, it depends. Of course, there are couples who don't like it, who doesn't like it.
I made a reel once. Couples, if you want to fall in love, every time you have a fight, watch the whole photo album. Force yourself to make it a habit to force yourself to watch the whole
them.
wedding album
Yeah.
or the video. You'll fall in love again.
Yeah, because you see what you see on this day.
Yeah, you see the best moments.
The best moments,
in
yeah.
the lowest moments.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
You know what you're fighting for.
Yes, that's true. That's why we are here. And people, they forgot, you don't make photos for the couple. You need to be in a mindset. So when I came to the weddings, I have a mindset. So that's for them the best wedding, like the most important day in their life. And you have like 30 weddings. For you is like number, like photographer. But you need to, like, if you're getting married and photographer came like tired and he's like not giving 100%, and then you get the photos and like you're like,
It's the same what you talked yesterday.
Yeah.
Huh?
that's the
It's
thing,
about experience also.
experience. And then after 20 years you watch these photos and you're like, yeah, and now what's now, you
Yeah.
know, like he wasn't, he had a bad day, he had 30 weddings, you were the last wedding, and you get the worst photos from this
I can imagine a
photographer.
conversation with you if I'm a client. You will tell me like, oh yeah, if I need to wake up at 6 a.m. for this,
Yes,
it costs more. It costs 20% more.
Actually, I had to wake up early, but no, of course not.
Every time when we go somewhere early, so I pick him with the car and he's like, okay, I'm going to sleep.
I love to sleep long.
Wake me up.
I don't know how I made it before. When I was 9 to 5, I had to wake up at 6 and be there at 7. I could never do it. No.
Yeah.
Just for special events or when I have like a sunrise shootings, I have passion for that, you know. Then of course I can do that. That's no problem.
I'm reading a really interesting book, and I've spoken with a few people. Some people said they learned nothing from this book, and I'm learning a lot from it. Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah, I read it. Yeah.
You read it?
Yeah, I read it.
I'm in the middle, but the most interesting thing that I've learned from that is most people live in fear and in greed.
Yeah.
So you say, how did I manage to wake up every day so early?
Yeah.
Like I think this sometimes as well. Like how do you have this drive? Because you're living in fear.
Yeah, could
And
be.
when you're living
Yeah.
in fear, so you're living in fear, and then you make enough money, and then you're in greed. So you buy a new car, you buy whatever, the things that are not like investment or a good asset. And then you go back to the fear. Oh no, I don't have enough money, and then you earned enough money, you spend it all, right? And then he speaks about I don't remember exactly the emotion, but I think it's kind of love emotion. If you want to make a lot of money, you need to work from the love emotion and not the fear emotion. And I try to implement it myself. And so, how do I say it? But the results that I'm getting from it is probably in 2 weeks, I'm going to fly to Spain, Mallorca. I'm going to fly to Mallorca to work with people. One of the people that inspired me the most, Jake and Marie, and that's because I send them a message of like another one of the principles he says is never work for money, make money work for you. So work for free, basically. So I sent them a message. Hey, you guys are inspiring me a lot, and I want to work only with people who inspire me. So here's so much things I can do for you. Here's all the things I can do for you, and like a list. I'm happy to do it for free. I'm not interested in money, but I'm just interested in learning, experience, and yeah, this kind of mindset. And I mean, they're big. They're up there. They have like 1 million followers.
Yeah.
And they were like, we walked in a call, and they were like, hey, maybe you can come stay with us at Mallorca, and we see how we can help each other. Which is, I mean,
which
quite
is
a
cool.
big result.
Yeah, of course.
It's just by shifting the mindset.
Yes.
Right? How fascinating is that?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway,
and you never know what's following after that.
Yeah, I can just imagine how much growth I can build out of that.
But this is like what Patrizio says. If you get only one small things that change or make better your business, it's worth lots of money, you know.
Yeah.
Because we was also on workshop on Ray Roman, his best wedding videographer in the world. He told us also, like, you're probably expecting here, I don't know, I do some stuff, no, I do everything what you do, but I do this small stuff that nobody does, you know. Just the fine tuning, you know, like if you have something, you just put a little bit on top, and that makes you like a better one.
When you first watch a Ray Roman film, you always think, holy crap, how many people are on this wedding filming this one? And he's actually alone with his wife, shooting together this badass huge weddings, millions. They put millions in this wedding. It's crazy. And when I saw him, he was the biggest inspiration for me, like from the wedding industry. And yeah, then I heard he is doing a workshop in Croatia. I booked it immediately.
He asked me, you want to go? Yeah, of course. But you don't film weddings anymore.
And then he just told us the stories behind some weddings, and I was like, no way, I cannot believe it. You look this video and you really think, he's following the wedding, and then he has another day where he's doing the couple shoot. It looks everything so much time, you know, easy and so much budget. And then he tells us, he has couple shootings like 5 to 10 minutes. Then the couple doesn't want anymore because there are so many guests and VIPs. So it's actually more stressful. And when I heard it, I was like, holy shit.
Because he was thinking like, of course, he have a team for 4 people. Yes. He have this, he have time for the shoots. My couples are the worst. They don't have time. And he said like, I do like wedding couple shoot 5 till 10 minutes, and we have like 1 hour, and we do like nothing. And Patrizio was like, how I'm gonna live with that, you know, like I'm trying and I'm doing, and he do this in 5 to 10 minutes. But he told like, I always, if I have a good sound, I want to just fine tune it to better one, like just always small steps. And he's like this mindset, I'm gonna come to the wedding, I'm gonna crush this wedding because they booked me, I'm gonna be the best videographer in the world. I don't care about other videographers. Yes. I'm gonna be best videographer for them on this day. Because lots of people came into like weddings, I'm gonna do like, it's boring, everything is the same, like but he's like trying to push himself to make new stuff, the best stuff, and be the best on this location. And that's why he's one of the best in the world.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, also what an interesting conversation is, sometimes I think like, why is the wedding industry so much more expensive, right? Why do clients need to pay more for weddings? And I think the reason behind it is the risk.
Risk, yeah.
The risk and responsibility the photographer needs to
Also.
take.
Yes.
And in my opinion, from my perspective, it's also time. I hate waiting, like committing to something within a year. That's something I don't like doing. But this is like also like I think a reason. But what do you guys think is more reason why? And the skill level and experience, right? Of course, they're paying for that.
What your question?
Just coming everything together, I would say. It's the responsibility, the risk, and also the equipment you invested. There are photographers who come with one camera and that's it.
Yeah.
We always have backup and everything, and then also we invest also in new tech. So and it's seasonal also, you know. So when you only do weddings, you have to earn also your money for the off season.
Yeah.
So that comes everything together.
But I think that, you know, you need to really be good trained for the weddings, because in commercial world you have a time you can do the shot 6 times. In weddings you have only one shot. If you miss it, if you're not on good position, or if you're not so creative, you're gonna get boring photos. The clients don't gonna love it. Because if you are trained professional in wedding industry, so you know everything how it goes, but you also knows how to take the pictures about this stuff and what the client wants. So of course you get cheaper photographers, and like you cannot say, yeah, I'm coming with 6 cameras, we're gonna have this and this and this, because all the time I'm thinking, when I give another photographer to take a photo of me or something like that, he's not gonna maybe sometimes he's not gonna take this photo of what I want, you know. And this is the thing, you know, you can have all equipment, but if you are not trained professional, like this is what the most value is, that you have the eye for everything. So you are trained for doing this, and you know in every situation, because we show all the time the good pictures, but you are now in Germany and you have bad weather. Everything is, you need to be creative, that people they pay you get the same results. So it's not always a sunset. It's not always the best things ever. The lights is perfect. It's not always like this. And that's why you're a profession that in every situation you can do the
best out
Get
of
the
it.
best results.
Yeah, come with this energy of like, we'll do it.
Yes, because couple of sometimes they're like, oh, it's gonna be raining. I say, no problem. If it's raining, we can do creative stuff. We can do this. We can do that. We can do. You're not
umbrella lighting.
Yeah, you can do everything. You know, like, and if you came to the location where it's only the field. So okay, let's do creative, because you know how to react in these situations. And when the photographer came, okay, what we do now? I don't know. Like, maybe you can go over there, or maybe we can do. You need to be like confident. Okay, let's do this. Let's do that. You look perfect. Let's do
people
different.
pay for confidence.
Yes.
I learned that.
Yes.
The hard way. Yeah, people really appreciate confidence, and I think the more confidence you have, the more money you will make.
Yes.
Almost like this and a few more principles, it goes together.
Yeah. You cannot have only one thing and be successful. You need to have lots of things to combine together. And you don't need to be the best in everything. So this is also I learned with Patrizio. Okay, if I'm not doing perfect in something, I'm gonna tell him, can he help me, or we can do this or we can do that. And so everybody have something that you need, so combine it, and you can make a perfect product. So that's the truth.
Let's speak about this $120,000 euro excluding taxes. So it's 140. 150 maybe.
Yeah, and just 19% taxes on it.
Yeah, it's 150 euros, right?
50,000. Yeah.
What?
150,000 then.
150.
Around,
150,000. How does that look like? Who's the client? Why do they want it? And what do they want to pay so much?
So like I said, it's still in discussion, so it's still not closed, but we are talking about it. The client is also one of his network. And he's actually, what is he doing? He's doing premium
personal branding.
Yeah, he's doing really
high end.
His idea is to sell a package where they pay like 100K.
Yes.
And they come with him like 2 weeks locked on the island, and they just do everything. And when he comes back to wherever he lives, he gets the stamp, he's branded, you know. So they make the colors, the fonts, the logo, the websites, but really high professional, so really premium Auftritt. What is it in English?
Premium, like on
I don't know in English, but like you have a premium look
yes.
online.
On
yeah.
outside, yes.
And they want to deliver this message over a video. And when you sell like a product this much, you also need a video which looks like that. So they want us to do actually almost everything, right?
Yes.
The storyboard,
yes. So it's everything included. Like he told, like he's also like a businessman. So he's doing this for 12 years. He's not like, I'm like, what we can do. Like he's say, okay, I need this. I search lots of videographers, but for me it's the quality. I want this quality that you guys have. I want this kind of quality. Can we do in this budget? And we say yes, of course we can do. We get.
He told you the budget.
Yes. He told me. You know, like it's interesting because I saw in networking. I saw he say I want to win image video. I say contact him.
What?
He write on WhatsApp that he searched for the video.
Video. Yeah.
Yes, and I say him, when we do this, and then I said him, and then we talk about. He say, okay, I have 120,000 budget. Can you do that? I said, of course. Just come by and let's talk about this, And
but that's always what we try to do.
Because he knows.
He trusts you already a lot.
Yes, because he knows that quality cost. Because he also do this, and he knows that if someone want to have quality, you can buy a website for 3,000 euros, but he's selling for 15 till 35,000 euros. He knows that quality costs, and he is prepared to pay this.
I think also it's maybe a good move from him to saying, hey, I have 120K, to see the reaction of the other side, because many didn't know about the price. And when they say, some get maybe pressured and aren't confident for that. Mm-hmm. And they say, maybe no,
How do you react?
You just said, come over.
I react, of course.
So
we can do everything.
What we do always, it doesn't matter what kind of budget they say to us. We say always, hey, come over, let's talk. Always. Because we want to talk. We want still to see the energy, the mindset, the people. Because 120K sounds a lot.
A lot, yeah.
A lot. But maybe they want something which is, you work the whole year for it, and then it's actually nothing anymore. Yeah. So if you always want to talk about the project, to understand really the client needs, the vision, yeah.
Wait, so you write the sales script basically?
We don't have. I don't know. I tried sales over sales scripts and everything. I was also like doing.
We don't have a sales script. It's
not easy,
more like we just ask questions.
Yeah, but he wants you to write everything, to write the sales script.
The storyboard.
Yeah, the story. Yeah,
the story.
Yeah. And how do you know how to do that?
It's just brainstorming. So it's not like I sit down and do it. It's more like getting inspired.
Yeah.
Making the research.
Yeah.
We also sit down in a group and brainstorm together, throwing in ideas. It's a process.
But you do it yourself, or you let a copywriter do that?
No, we do it together. We have one in our team who's more like in this direction, copywriting, telling stories, how to deliver the emotions. And then, of course, we use, also AI. So, of course.
That I want to tell, because we are professional in every group of things,
We have one person for each expertise. So
yes, like Patrizio is more like he's doing good lighting.
I'm for lighting, DP, camera, how the final image should look. He's good photographer. And then we have one who's actually the camera guy, who's camera operator, and I tell him what to shoot more or less. Then we have one who's building everything, is doing the tech stuff, and then we have one who's doing the regie.
Yeah, like he's looking on the picture and director, yeah, like for emotions in the picture, that these kind of shots tell the story, and he's more like storytelling and this stuff. So if I'm, like you can sell 120K because who is behind you, with who you're working, and your quality. Maybe someone gonna do this video for 500,000. like you cannot say the price for the good product. So when I'm selling, I know that I have people that are gonna do perfect job for this. So it's easier to sell for me. If I'm doing alone, and I never say, okay, of course I'm gonna do 120K, because you cannot do it alone. And that's
you
why
need to be confident that you can deliver actually the final outcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so what I learned is someone who has a really good mindset and who is earning a lot because of his mindset, and then he wants to make more money because of this video. So this video is going to be worth a few million for him.
Yes.
Because he's going to make a few million from this video.
Yes.
So for him, it's a no-brainer to pay 120K.
Of course.
Yeah. Because he
just also who understand marketing and everything, they invest always a lot of budget in the marketing. When you compare it now to Coca-Cola or something, they put millions in one video spot. Why?
Everybody knows Coca-Cola,
because
but
they know it's they get so much back. And that's the beauty of commercials and everything. There's no limitation. So you can do everything. And
because when we started, when we got the clients 20,000 euros, we were like, oh, this is crazy. We made it. Our life is like, and then like we start the shoots, and like you get 4,000, you get 4,000, you get 4,000, you get 4,000, and okay, we get money, but like if you split it to get the product finish, you don't make much. You can do one video alone for 4,000 euros, like, and you get the same money. But this is like this experience. Okay, we get less money, but we make really good product. From this 20,000, we make 60,000 euros project. This video that you say. And from 60,000, we got the quality for 120,000. If we make this 120,000 euro video and looks amazing, there will be next time to the clients. They say, I want this. Yeah. We have 30 to 100,000. Do you make this kind of video?
And the thing is, we always over deliver. So when we get the budget, we want to make it double as they give us. So we over deliver. It's good for them. It's also good for us, and we can present it to others and say, hey, this is actually more worth it. So we always give more value, and that's always paying back.
Yes, because we don't say, oh, you pay us only 10,000 euros. Of course, we are not gonna all go all in, but we're gonna say, okay, let's see. Okay, we invest our time to make this video even better, and then we get the value from the clients. Happy. We have a good portfolio, and we can move to the next clients.
And the clients maybe speaking
you need to sit, I think, in the
and the clients maybe speaking about you as well, and recommending you, and also wanting back more from you.
Yes.
Because if you help someone make 10 times more than what they paid, they will come back.
They will come back for sure.
Yeah. And can you tell me a little bit? So this guy is like a big millionaire.
I don't know. But he have good business. He makes a lot of money.
How do you find someone like that?
Networking, meeting people.
But was that at this paid networking event?
Yes. Not event. He's in the group that I paid.
He has a WhatsApp group. It's a portal where people buy like a subscription, and you're on a network, and you get contacts, and a WhatsApp group where you can share and say, hey, I'm looking for this. So he's there, and he sent in a group, hey, I'm looking for a videographer. That's it. And then he answered, and then he said, hey, I have a 120K budget. So it can be that easy.
So he didn't trust you. He didn't know you.
No, they didn't know each other.
He didn't never see me. He saw only quality that I
He showed
sent
some
him.
videos we produced, and he saw it. He said, hey, it looks good. Let's meet.
Sounds like a scam to me.
No, he was here.
No,
he was here.
We talked to him. He's crazy, and
he know how to business works.
Yeah, he knows how it works.
Because he knows that
if sending someone you don't know, hey, I have this budget, which is like 3 years or 4 years of work.
I have to confess, this is really rarely.
Yeah,
nobody tells you the budget. You always have to pull it out from the client.
But you know why?
I think because of he know what he has, it's also maybe like a test. We could ask him next time maybe. Why did he say immediately the budget? Yeah. That's an interesting question.
It's an interesting question. To be honest, I actually never recommended anyone to ask for a budget. I find it such a stupid question.
Which niche? For weddings, yes.
Yeah, obviously, then for sure. But in general,
In
like,
general,
Depends.
I
Depends.
cannot. I don't agree. So
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
let's see.
Okay. Yeah.
When I do product commercials,
Yeah.
and they saw my videos and they say, "Hey, we love it. Can you do a video like this for me?"
Yeah.
So okay. I hop immediately in a call with them and ask them all the questions, and then at the end I ask, "What is your budget?" Then they feel always like, "Oh, he wants to get the most out of me."
Yeah,
So then I say,
I don't trust
"It's
you."
not." Yeah. Then I say, "Hey, it's not because I want to get all your money, what's available. I just want to make the best possible video for you." And when you say, "Hey, you have like 5K," I can say, "Okay, I can book an actor, I can book a location," and I always build an individual package. I don't have like standard prices and standard packages. I always do individual packages. So when he tells me, "Hey, I have 10K, what can you do with it?" I say, "Don't worry, we'll do another call next time, and I present you 3 ideas around your budget. And the idea you love the most, we can talk about that."
Okay. So I hear this always, like, videographers on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, they always recommend, you need to know what their budget, you need to fight for it, and then it's like not a collaboration
I don't
anymore,
fight
it's
with
a
it.
fight.
No, yeah, that's that. But then you communicated wrong.
Yeah, but so I think you can ask what's the budget, but after a really long process of trust and how you show, I think the best way it will be like, yeah, we can do all those things. I have a photographer who costs this, a videographer that costs this. You show them the prices of things, and it's steady, right? Then they know that you're not gonna play with it and take all the money, and then it will make sense for them, because it will be easier for them to be like, yeah, we want to spend around 10,000 on this.
But how do you know it when you don't have the storyboard, the idea, and everything? You have to do the concept phase first, and then you know what.
But you know what your prices are, right?
Yeah, for
a daily price.
Okay, but how do I know how long the project will take when they say,
Yeah,
"Hey, I have this bottle of whatever, and I want to have a product video."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what kind of product video? Do you want to hire actors? Do you want a location? Do you want to go with crazy wall shots with a robot? These are all different things.
Yeah.
And then before I explain this everything, they are overwhelmed because they understand half of it.
This is when it makes sense to ask for a budget or to say a budget. It's easier if you tell me a budget, but I can run you through the numbers. And when you show the numbers, then it builds trust, and then it's because usually people, when they, like normal people, when they hear, oh, there's like a 200,000 budget, they will take most of it to themselves, right? So this is what we want to be like. I'm not going to take it for myself. There's like standard prices. I heard this comparison, like I heard this on Instagram once. When you go to a car store, they ask you what's the budget. So why don't you do it the same with videography? Such a bad advice, because when you go to the store to the car store, you see the prices on the cars, right?
Yeah.
So they cannot. So the trust is already there. They cannot play with it.
I have another story for you because I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Let's pretend we have two Klempner. Plumbers, who fixing toilets. Yeah. So we have one house and 2 similar toilets.
Yeah.
And both are broken, have the same defect.
Yeah.
So you book one beginner who's charging like $50 per hour.
Yeah.
And you charge for the other toilet one who's making 200 per hour. And because he's a professional and always experienced. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the beginner goes in, maybe needs 6 hours. So you pay it $300 for that, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And the professional goes in and is finished like after half an hour. So you pay 100.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot,
So
the experienced one
Yeah.
takes less, makes less money, and it's...
But this is a different conversation.
No, it's not, because what you say, you have a daily rate and everything, but it's not, there's no daily rate. There's the knowledge, the experience, the idea. When you create an idea which makes the company more money, more value, you have to sell this. So not just, hey, my daily rate is this, and I book this with this daily rate, and then you're stuck. You're always stuck with your prices.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can tell you another example. This is really good one. I've also heard that. So the one guy called The Future, maybe you know him. He's doing logos for He told one time, so the client had 200,000 euros for the logo, and he made this logo in front of him in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And the client say, why I want to pay you 200,000 euros that you make me in the front of me, you know? He say, you know how many experience and the years take me to get this logo in my mindset to make you now here in front of you. So you paying that, you don't pay this logo, it's nothing. You pay my experience, because if you give the, I learned in videography, we all know what's the lighting and everything, but every situation, every video is different. If I send someone to make me a video and the end product is shitty and you save the money, so not make sense. This video not gonna make your solution like finished, you know. If you send someone videographer to take 50% more and you get your video what you want and this video performed, this is like what you're paying. You don't pay me like if I'm doing 10 days or 2 days. If I'm so good, we get with the crew, with 5 people, we are professional. He know everything what the likes look like. We know everything. We finish in 1 day, and we make this video. And some crews gonna take 1 month to make this video, and end product it's not even close to this one.
So I can tell you, none of my clients ever asked me for like a list. Really? Nobody.
Yes.
So how do you price basically, or how do you know how much to take? And
because of this experience,
I ask the client, hey, what's your budget, and then I go in the brainstorming phase. So I make actually ideas for free.
What you agree that you need to build a lot of trust before you ask what's the budget, right?
No, we do it in the cold call. So when we have the discovery call and we ask all the questions, but we ask questions, so they already feel like valued and understood. So that's the most important.
That is trust.
You ask questions. You ask, so what's your goal? How did you already try videos? How did they work? What kind of experience do you have with video content? What are you looking for? Where's the video landing? Is it on the website? So you really ask all the questions, so you really understand what's the goal. Then you also hear, we want to make maybe 20% more sales with this video. So okay, so they really want to make more money out of the videos, so it's important for them. And then there's value behind it. And then you ask, okay, so imagine we can create the video which is bringing you to your goal. What is it worth for you? We ask it like that, not what's your budget. What is it worth for you to get this goal? Imagine we are in six months later, we have the video and you reached your goal.
Did you learn sales?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm learning sales now, and those kind of things I'm learning. How did you learn it? From the courses.
Yes, exactly.
Courses and coaching. So
and that's how you have to talk, and then they feel also more appreciated, and it's more professional. And then I ask, okay, and what is it worth? And when they still don't say it, I make decisions. So is it maybe 10 to 20K? Is it maybe 5 to 10K? Or is it less than 5K?
So it's interesting also if you say 20 to 20,000 till 10,000, because
you always start with the higher numbers, because then when you say the lower numbers later, it feels more cheap. So always you start with higher numbers. It's psychological. And then I almost always get an answer. Then they say, we are maybe in this range. And I say, okay, great, I can work with that. So let's do another call. I will prepare 3 ideas for you. And then if you like it, we can go further. If not, don't worry, we can go in another brainstorm that prepare other ideas for you, or you find someone else, whatever. It's up to them. You're doing it, or your wife does it? My wife does it. I did it before, but no, I hate it.
He's really bad. He's really bad, like before.
I cannot do everything. I do the creative phase. So my wife is doing now the discovery call. Yeah. So it's the call where she asks the questions first and meet and understand what's the need is. And then I come in the strategy call, the next call, where I present ideas, because then you have to be there to show the expertise and to show them what kind of ideas, how the production would look like, and everything. Yeah. So that's how we work it.
Perfect, amazing. It sounds always easy, but it's not in real life. So.
And of course, you don't close every job. of course, a lot say, yeah, okay, maybe next time still too expensive. You never know. But some say, hey, okay, let's do actually 2 projects. Or hey, can we do also this? And then from somewhere they have more budget.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They always tell you a budget, but they always have more budget.
So you basically learned, so you basically learned the more money you spend, the more you get in. Right?
Yes.
Because I used to come from, like, when I grew up, I used to save on food, right? My parents would give me like 20 euros to go to the big city. When I went to the big city, I would save 15, spend 5, starve myself.
Yeah, me either.
To save 5, or to save 15 to spend on something more material, like
Nice,
that
yeah.
lasts longer. So I think that's something I still I'm realizing now. I still need to work on my relationship with money, because I am not such a good spender.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
We are good spenders.
yeah. So don't take us like that's the perfect thing,
No,
that
yeah.
you need to spend money. Of course
Yeah,
not.
no.
Of course we
Invest in. I say
investing.
Yes.
Because of course we do bad investments and everything. You
You
cannot
will do shitty investments as
Yeah.
well, of course.
We
I
do
bought
also.
a coaching for 8K. It was not it was not really worth it, but hey, I made a learning. Still, there's a
Was a
learning.
lesson.
Yeah,
because
it was still a
I'm
lesson.
also like this. I never had the money, you know, and now I'm making lots of money, and my mindset was, okay, if I spend now this money, and if I after 1 year get more money after this, it's worth it, you know, because I don't want to be like don't want to be the guy that don't have money whole life. So if I spend now money, I'm hoping that in next year I'm gonna make double. So everything is for me. But if I staying on this kind of money, I have like 10,000 euros, and I'm saving this and don't investing, and I'm struggling whole year. Next year I maybe make 15,000 euros, and that's it. If I put 5,000 euros in something that I invest and I get 30,000 euros, it's perfect.
It's worth it.
So guys, I need to go to the call. So yeah.
It's
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be right back.
You also blew up lately on Instagram.
Yes, like when pandemic hit, I had to switch my whole business, because before I started with, I shot everything. I did social media content for car dealers and interviews for B2B and some photo shootings there. So I did everything. I was a book market. I offered everything. And when the pandemic hit, everything was, we were in lockdown.
Yeah, it was boring. So you had time.
Yeah. And it was a hard time, and I was like, okay, how do I earn money? All my clients said, no, we cannot meet anymore, and hey, we have to see what's happening, and everyone was holding back the budget. But e-commerce was blowing because everyone was borrowed, and they saved money for other things they actually would do, and so they bought more stuff in this period.
Yeah.
And that's the time where, like this product videos shooting from home became like famous. And I watched one YouTube tutorial how one shot a whiskey commercial in his kitchen, more or less. And I got inspired by that. And then I just made my first video and took part in the competition from Full-Time Filmmaker and got the second place there. And then I thought, hey, maybe that's something I'm good at. And I invested then again in a course, learning how to shoot product videos, buying new lights, because you need more lights and different lights also.
Yep.
And then I started to shoot product commercials at my home
So you
first.
fell in love with it a little bit. You fell in love with it a little bit.
Yes, also. I found also my passion there, and then I shared BTS. And then there was one filmmaking site who asked me, hey, can I reshare it? Because it's a cool video you did. And I said, of course, go for it.
Yeah.
And I saw, hey, there are filmmaking sites sharing my stuff. And then I researched, okay, what kind of other filmmaking sites are there? And then I found a bunch of them, and I texted everyone. Hey, how can I help you? Hey, you have a cool site. So I tried always to give value first somehow. And then when I get in the conversation, and then I just said, hey, look, this is one of my last videos. If you could share it, it would be great. So I always try to connect first like inhuman, and then to ask for a favor.
Yeah.
And that worked. And then many sites shared my content, and they had like 1 million or more than 1 million followers.
Mm-hmm.
And there was so many eyeballs on it, and I got a lot of followers.
Mm.
Once I just made one video, and I got reshared like from 20 sites, and I made overnight 20k followers.
Nice.
It was the one night where I was like, what's happening right now? And yeah, and this also increased my increase over Instagram. So I got clients who texted me, hey, can you shoot videos for me?
Mm.
And that's how I made money off Instagram, more or less, because I get at the beginning all my increase over Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
And during the corona, and now less because you work more in agency.
How do you mean?
Now he gives you clients, and like other people give you clients, but before it used to be only Instagram.
Yeah. Before I just when the pandemic hit, I had no clients anymore, or they were on pause. Let's do it next year. Let's see what's happening. Then Instagram came, and we didn't meet there. So I met him after I blew up on Instagram. Like I had like 10k followers or something. Then he texted me, and then he was still chef, so still full-time employed and everything we built then actually together. And now it's really like that. You could say we are like are fighting because he's in the same niche as me, but actually it's a stupid mindset, because you always have a win-win situation. Maybe he has sometimes a job and he needs help, so he hires me. Sometimes I have a job and I need a photographer, so I hire him. But it's never like, oh man, he has more jobs than me and I'm jealous. No, it's never that. We always say, hey, good job and high five, and we always love to share. And when sometimes I don't have time, and I just give him my whole job so he can do it because I have another one. So it's a win-win situation. That's why I love to connect also with other creatives.
Yeah. What did blowing up on Instagram did for you in your business? So
the best result, or where I feel the most honored, is that I get clients from all over the world. So really I got increase from China, from USA, from Canada, from really all over the world, and they want that I produce just one small kid in Munich short produce a video for them. And sometimes also with good budgets, so 20-30k. And they say, hey, can you do a video for me? They could also go to an agency or to a local one, but no, they chose me because they saw my content and they loved it.
So it means that your content is what you do basically is worldwide known, kind of the best in some way.
I wouldn't say the best. There are really agencies who are where I'm looking up. Yeah, maybe
but
for them,
because they
yeah,
choose
could
you.
Be,
they don't choose those agencies.
No, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
Why do you book one wedding photographer? Because you love the style from one, or
yeah, but what exactly do you think it is that they like about you? They tell you probably, don't they?
So many say in my videos, in the product videos, they feel like an emotion, which is rarely in others, and that they really feel the passion and the premium. And that's also what I say. I create premium commercials for premium brands, so that's what I try to communicate, to deliver. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of like homemade kind of videos, right?
I mean, there's,
like you said, the kitchen, then the one in the kitchen that you got inspired by.
Yeah.
So but premium brands wouldn't reach out to them. Maybe they would. As a fun thing test. But yeah, so you get a lot of clients because of that.
Yes. So for me, Instagram is what worked best for me. Just posting consistent. I stopped posting consistently because
you like to sleep.
This is more my problem, because I want always to post a better video than before, and that is actually hard. And when I'm not proud of the video,
So you have a lot of videos that you're just not posting?
Yes, a lot of.
How many?
Oof, a lot. I cannot say the numbers, but many. I'm not sharing enough And because he shares everything, and he always say, "You're stupid, just share. They will forget when it's not good." But you maybe other like it. You never know, and he's right. But this is the problems of perfectionism.
Don't be proud of it.
I'm not. I'm not. And this is really where I have to work on now, on this mindset.
Yeah.
That it doesn't have to be always perfect. And so many, you for sure heard it already, done is better than perfect.
Yes. I agree with it so much.
Yes.
Because I think like, well, let's speak about it. Do you want to?
Of course.
You're not posting now, so people just don't remember about you, don't think about you. They don't see anything about you.
The engagement went also a little bit down.
I found out that testing is the craziest, like learning what works. Because actually the first reel that went viral was a reel that I thought was terrible and didn't want to post it. And I forced myself.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. I tested it because I did it like a challenge. This is how I blew up. I did a challenge for 30 days. I have to post every day.
Yeah.
For myself, discipline. Yeah. And I hired a video editor at the same time. And so I had like a mini course of like how I edit my photos, because I saw that people like my photos, how I edit them. So I made a little course about it, but no one bought it because no one knew me. I had 4,000 followers. I sent this course, or I sent the main video to my video editor, and I was feeling that something was missing. So I did a small recording, small vocal of like, this is the principle, like at the beginning. And I told him, just add this to the beginning and then add all the other things to the end. Yeah. What he basically did, which I'm not sure if it was lazy or I'm not sure what it was, but he basically just took the video, cut it to real format, high speed, and added the voiceover that I sent. And I got a video, and I was like, this is not what I meant. This is not what I wanted. This is terrible. This is like lazy. This is not. But it was 12 a.m. And I was in bed. I wanted to sleep. That's the only thing I wanted to do. So I was like, okay, well, it's or I'm losing the bets, or I'm making something new, or I am posting this. And I was like, I posted it. And then I don't remember what happened next morning, but it was like mind blowing, and it went to like lately 1 million views.
Wow.
And that's where most of the people came the first time.
How do you feel about it when you see that a video you don't like blows up?
It's like, I'm not as smart as I thought. I need to learn. I need to learn. And we all have this ego of like, I know what works. I know if I want to, I will go viral. I know what works. But
you never know.
But this is the interesting thing. You need to test it. And I think the more you test it, the more you know. I think you know, the biggest myth about Instagram is people think, oh, you have so many followers, you can do whatever you want. But it's not true. If I post a bad reel, it will get to 1% of those followers, right? Mm-hmm. If I post something terrible, it will only 2,000 people will see it out of 120 people. So I think how many views you get is not how many followers you have. It's the level of skill of understanding what goes viral. Yeah, and I think the biggest thing to do that is intention and low brain power. But that's a whole different conversation. Yeah. But yeah, I think having the skill of like, I know how to get 1 million views on each reel. This a little bit of the algorithm, because I mean it changes and it doesn't want everybody to blow up like that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and all that stuff. But mostly like Mr. Beast, every reel he does gets a certain views, right? Yes. And he can open a new account to do the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's last conversation.
Yes.
Let's speak about this mindset of collaboration, because most photographers, and I used to be like this as well. It's fear mindset. It's like, ooh, if I share him on my Instagram story, my clients will go to him, or ooh, if like my clients know about him, there's no reason for them to go to me, right?
Yeah.
So why did you why did you decide to collaborate and be friends and be in the same studio? So when you bring your clients, they meet other photographers and other videographers, and then they can be like, oh, maybe you're not the best option for me.
Yeah. Of course, this can happen, and I'm lucky. I never got, how do you say, raped or scammed? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's my values first. I have my values,
you know
and
your
it's
value.
and my not only the value for the clients. I mean my values. So I believe in humanity. I believe in connections. I believe in freedom and everything. And I'm looking for people who have the same mindset like me. And when I see there's a match, I connect with them, and I connect with all the people and meet them. And when I see there's no connection, of course I won't say, hey, I have a client for you. No, it has to be the energy. And when the energy is right, I know, hey, I can trust this person. And then I connect and do this kind of things where I say, hey, I have a client for you. I have no time. Do a great job. It's like also I recommend this to the client. So it's also when I tell the client, hey, I recommend this guy, they have to really deliver also, so they don't disappoint them, because it would be also bad for me. So there's a lot of trust in it. Yes. No, I just see always a win situation, because he was a beginner at the beginning and was full time, and I just brought it in to my jobs, and I said, hey, you can help me. At first he just helped me for free, but he got a lot of knowledge, so he learned a lot of me. And then he started getting his own clients. He also invested in coachings, and he did great progress. And after that, I also said, hey, you don't have that much portfolio, just take my portfolio and use it for you. I don't mind. When you get a client, I get maybe a client. And it was like that. And then last year he closed his 60K job, and he booked me as well. So, I gave him value first, but I get it back from him.
You believed in him.
Yeah, and that's what I always see with my connections. I always share my knowledge. I could also say, hey, it's a secret. I don't share my knowledge. Because you will steal everything.
I used to be like that. Yeah. I think you used to be like this as well.
No, not really, because I learned like this from other people. They shared their knowledge. Of course, maybe I had to pay for a course or something, but they shared all their secrets. But they don't care, because there's enough work for everyone. So I'm not afraid about competition and something like that. So there's no competition for me. There's only always a win-win situation.
Abundance mindset.
Yeah. I mean, you started also sharing your knowledge, right?
Yeah, but this was a big fight internally for me. I was
and how do you feel now about it?
It made me a new person. Changed my life.
See?
But yeah, it's a hard lesson. It's a hard.
I can imagine.
Huge
I can
lesson.
imagine. But I was always like.
My coach had to force me to do that kind of.
Good coach.
Yeah.
Props to him.
Yeah. I mean, I heard it as well. Like one guy, Alex Hormozy, said it. Share your secrets, sell the implementation.
Yeah.
I look up to him, so it's like it was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you're in a place that you don't want to be, which I was. Then you need to test new things. You need to try.
You should try everything.
Yeah, so that's what I did. And learning from the people who.
Yeah, I had also coachings where they told me, hey, you have to text all the people and message them the same message, and it's a numbers game and
different mindset. Yeah, I don't
and
think that's.
I did it also.
You did it?
Yeah, but. I didn't feel well, because it's not
authentic.
It's not presenting my values.
Yeah,
I'm not that guy who want to sell something. I really want to help people, and my customers or my clients, and that's how I want to make business. So I don't want to be pushy and remind them all the time and really get on their nerves more or less. I really want to help them. When they're not interested, okay, I don't say, but can we, or can, but listen to me what I have to say. No. And they say, no, okay, fine. No problem.
Yeah. All right. That was amazing. That was a good podcast. I was actually thinking about doing the whole podcast in ASMR. Just speak like that.
This, by the way, a good hook.
It's a good hook. Oh, yeah. This is a good hook. All right. Cheers.